Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a run by Davis. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Ramsey. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go now. 70 range. 70 range.
Looking to throw. Ramsey. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Ramsey. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Inside give to Davis. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Steele. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Up the middle to Davis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Ramsey flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's long. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Rome Odunze, 62 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Ramsey. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Broncos 14, Browns 3.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Got it. Ready?
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Up the middle they go. It's long. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Ramsey, flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Ramsey.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ramsey.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Ramsey. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away.
And the Browns are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He finds his man, complete. That's long.
2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw. Ramsey. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got long over the middle, complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. Well, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw. Ramsey. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Ramsey. He'll let this go for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Broncos 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 2. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's long. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And some room to maneuver.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The first down carry for Davis. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Ncaa just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He finds his man complete. That's steal. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second and long. Escaping the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake. Ramsey. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Here's a give to Davis. Fights him off. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Ramsey. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ramsey. He finds his man complete. It's Steele. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Ramsey. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's long. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's long. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll try the left side.
Long. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
That is incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And
this is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Rome Odunze
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Ramsey. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Steele. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a give, right side. It's long.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here comes 2nd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's long, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ramsey. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Ramsey. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Steele. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go, Shaq.
Off play action. Ramsey looking deep for Adams. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's long. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now a first throw here in overtime. He finds his man complete. That's long. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, long. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Now he's into the clear again, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Denver, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.